Alright, do you know who Mel Gibson is? Like the film Braveheart? So it stars Mel Gibson and it's been out for a few years now. I haven't actually seen it, so I'm gonna have to talk a lot of bullshit. But it's like pretty popular in the in like popular culture of Scotland. It's like pretty big. So we all know like the quotes and whatnot and what he looks like because you like see in the film he like paints his face blue. Yeah. So like he paints his face blue like it's like the Scotland flag. So we have the saltire, which is like the cross. So it's like the St Andrew's cross, and it's white and it's blue, and then he like painted that on his face, and then he fucking went to war with the English. He was there and he had this like it's based off a true story because we used to get fucked off the English, like all the time. I mean we still do, but like it was a bit worse than it was before. Like right now it's a little bit like economic cockery, but in the back, you know, the fucking good old days it was a lot more bloody. There was a lot of blood. Not like a lot of blood. Yeah? Yeah, a lot of blood. See? But yeah, so there's a film called Braveheart, and it's pretty famous. They filmed it. Actually, see, right, this is a tip for you. So see, when you go to Scotland, what I want you to do is you're gonna fly into Glasgow Airport, rent a car. Actually, give us a call, and I'll take you. If I have a car, but I don't drive anymore. My car fucking broke down. But we can go up in my car, and then we'll go up the A82. We'll go into Fort William, and then see if you go up Glen Nevis. There's a Braveheart car park there, and it's called the Braveheart car park because that's where they had to build this car park to like accommodate the filming crews. Because in Glen Nevis, that's where they filmed a lot of the scenes because it's fucking nice there, mate. Like, you got these green hills and lush forests and whatnot, and just absolutely amazing scenery for like filming a movie. So that's where they went, and then they filmed Braveheart there. And I think it's historically inaccurate because there's this one scene in Braveheart where they I haven't seen the movie, so I can't tell you everything about it. But basically, like the Irish and the Welsh, the English like phones them up, and like, guys, you want to go fuck up the Scottish? Vale? And then they get the Welsh and the Irish to come up and fuck the Scottish up. And then there's this poignant scene where hold on. There's this poignant scene where like there's the Scottish army and then there's the Irish and the Welsh army, and then they all like run at each other, and then they stop. They get like this, like they're like that, and then they stop, and then they put down the weapons, and then they just like they're yeah. So they were about to fight, and then they put all the weapons down, and they just fucking hang out and whatnot. But it's not accurate. Like we know it's not accurate. The Scots fought the Irish fought the Scots.
En español.
Do you want to know about the 2014 independence referendum? Yeah? Alright, so about 1990, Scotland got its devolved parliament, which meant that we were granted our own parliament, which gave us a bit more freedom from Westminster, because previously, funnily enough, relating all the way back to Braveheart, but I'm not going to bog you down with the details, we're going to focus on some modern shit right now. But basically, in the 1700s, that's when the United Kingdom was formed, so that was the union between the countries there. So you got the English, the Welsh, and the Scottish and whatnot, and then we were all like, you know what, right, fuck it, let's come together, let's be the empire, let's be the big bosses of the world, yeah? So what they done was they came together, but it was centralised, the government was centralised in Westminster in London. And then, things go on, we improved, and then we went, you know what, we actually want to control our own destiny as a nation. So there was a big plea in the 90s to give Scotland a devolved parliament, and then there was a referendum, like a public vote went to it and whatnot, and then they got it. So we got a devolved parliament, and then we had, similar to a president, we have a first minister, but we also have a prime minister. So our first minister is of Scotland, and then we have the prime minister, which is the United Kingdom. I know, I'm glad you understand, but Yeah, I think it was 1996, and then we had our first Scottish independence referendum. Sorry, are you listening? Yeah, we had our first referendum in 1996, I believe, and it didn't go very well. It really didn't go very well. There wasn't much drive for it. But then it sort of led to the creation of the Scottish Nationalist Party, which, love them or hate them, I feel like in that period of time they've done quite a bit for Scotland. Because before then, we were just recovering from this fucking just Thatcher's Britain, man. Thatcher's Britain. Sorry, hold on. Can we? I'm just gonna take a minute just to think about what Thatcher done to my country. So I'm just gonna drink this and just take a second, because in Scotland we say slancher. 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 Slancher.
Slasher.
Slancher.
Slancher.
See?
Slancher.
Slancher. Slan? Slan.
Slan.
L. A. Ch. Slancher. Slancher.
Salud.
No salud. Slancher.
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 Slancher va. Aye, she tore the heart out of this community. You should have seen the bin strikes. I used to work with a guy, and he said, if you don't work, no, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. He said, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And you laughed there because you were holding back tears. But yeah, Thatcher, mate. Anyway, so we had the SNP, and then what happened is they came into government with a bunch of new radical policies. They were a centre-left party, and they've done quite a lot for Scotland, and I feel like I benefited from it. So in a way, they're kind of alright. They gave us free university tuition, they gave us free prescription medication, they improved the health service, they removed toll roads, they removed toll bridges and all that stuff. So it was, for the average person living in Scotland, they did do a lot of things that benefited them. But the main criticism of the SNP government was that they were just a tax and spend. Tax and spend, tax and spend, tax and spend. So we're getting all these extra services, but we're paying fucking 2 million% tax. Exaggeration, it's only 40%. But anyway, Scotland hates the middle class. Well, it's been good chatting to you. Yes. Slancher. Slancher va. Oh, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Hasta mañana.